What's up, guys? It's Dino43 doing another video on my channel. Today, we're going to actually be watching the Five Nights at Freddy's movie for you guys. Like I said in the last video, I said that I was going to do a review. So, in about a second, I'm going to show you guys what we're going to be watching, and I'll show you guys the screen so you guys can see it, because I'm actually going to be watching it from my house, because I decided that it's free on Peacock, and I'm not sponsored by Peacock, so it's just for me to watch it. So, with that being said, if you guys could smash that like button, every subscription, every like is crazy. You guys are awesome. And yeah, we're going up in subscribers. We're almost to 400. I'd be awesome if you guys could get this there for my birthday. And so yeah, so with that being said, I do intend to show you guys now what we're going to be watching. And, you know, showcase. You already know what I'm watching, but showcase the screen. And then we'll get to some stores a little bit after so we can go and hopefully find some great pops. And I don't expect to find the new Five Nights at Freddy's pops, but I do expect to hopefully find, you know, something along the lines of cool. It might not be Five Nights at Freddy's theme, but something cool. Yeah, we're right there. We're about to start watching the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I know the trailer's about to start, but that's what we're going to be watching. And I'll tell you guys how I like it after I'll tell you after the movie if I like it or not. And then I'll give you guys a full review after we get to some pop stores. So let's enjoy this movie. Right off the bat, that was a great movie. Just finished the movie, and I sat in here and enjoyed it. It was awesome. I will definitely say that this was a good movie. It actually exceeded what I was expecting, and I'm going to give you guys a full review after the pop store. So, with that being said, that was a great movie. So, now you guys are going to see me go to a couple pop stores, and hopefully we find some Five Nights at Freddy's pops, potentially. And if not, then you guys will see what cool pops I pick up. And yeah, so with that being said, let's go hop over down to the first store, which is probably going to be GameStop, low-key. Okay, let's see. I mean, it's a blacklight. I'm not a big blacklight fan. Blue Beetle, Gwen Stacy, Kang, Kraglin, Sonic with Emerald. What other ones are cool? Nobody on this real section that I would say is that crazy, or that I can see anyways. A lot of like Star Wars down here, WWE, all that stuff. Yahuba, Haganezka, Muzan, Mikasa, Black Asta, a lot of the Boruto ones, which are cool. Seven Deadly Sins now have all their scout, a bunch of My Hero, tons and tons of My Hero. Up there's like all the big pops if you want to see all those, like the bigger things. So yes, when I get to either to another store or back to the house, I'll show you guys what I pick up, but not bad today. Guys, so now you guys are seeing a different angle after going to all those stores. This is a different angle than I'm used to, because usually I'm sitting on my table, but I actually wanted to try doing something a little bit different. I wanted to be actually in my room showing the back of my pops, because I thought it'd be kind of cool to show you guys the pops. Plus, I need to look over here, I think. So I can show you guys the pops, plus also showing you guys, like, you know, I wanted a better background, you know what I mean? So, yeah, with that being said, let's showcase what I first started off with, which I have over here, which is going to be from, as you saw in the footage, GameStop. So, GameStop, which we'll start off with, which I actually ended up picking up Boruto with Rasengan, which you can see a close-up right there. And you're going to see a real close-up. And also the spinny table thing I'm using, which you'll see in a second, is actually, I'm going to plan to take off that wooden barrier around it. Like, I don't intend to keep the barrier there. Like, that's just how it happened to be when I bought it. So, I decided that I was going to try something different for you guys, and this is how we're going to be doing it. And if you guys do enjoy this, comment that down below if you guys enjoy the style. And I don't know where to look. I know I need to look right somewhere over here. I don't know where exactly to look, because I don't want to look like I'm not looking at the camera. But yeah, so that's Boruto with the Rasengan, which is pretty cool. I do actually have the glowing one somewhere. It might be over there. Do I see him over there? Glowing Boruto? Yeah, dude, he's up top on the top of the shelf. Oops, now I'm going to slide that. You can't really see him because he's over there somewhere, but I do have the Boruto with the glowing Rasengan, which is an Amazon exclusive. This is, however, the common. And now I actually have pretty much everybody. Actually, I do have the entire common wave of the Boruto pops, if you want to see. I have, like, all of them. That's every common pop there is for Boruto, which is really cool that I was able to obtain this, because I actually was happy. Not that I was able to obtain it, because the acting act like it's difficult, but I thought it was cool to get, because I just decided, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get all of the Boruto pops anyways, so let's just get this one. And I decided to pick it up, which is really cool. So, that is Boruto with Rasengan, which is a nice piece. And then the next piece I ended up picking up is going to be actually not from Boruto, but from Jujutsu Kaisen. And that's going to be Fushiguro. which is Megumi, and this is such a cool piece. I'm glad I was able to... Actually, my sister picked this up for me. So I don't actually have footage of this or the pop after this, really, because I didn't actually pick them up. My sister went to Five Below, and she ended up finding it. And this is great. It adds to my Jujutsu Kaisen collection. I just need left Nobara, Gojo, Mahito to complete, like, this first, like... I have to kind of pan this way. To complete this first common little bit of wave. And it's such a cool, like, pop. I do really like Fushiguro as a character anyways. So it's cool that I was able to get him. And now I would love to get the rest of them. But this is actually pretty decent. I already have a Gojo. It's just Gojo Unmasked. And I've also opened up a Yuji, common Yuji. So now it's just my third Jujutsu Kaisen pop, which I do really like. And it's a set I'd love to complete. And if I could complete it, that'd be awesome. It's the same thing as Naruto / Boruto / Demon Slayer. Like, if I could complete them, it'd be awesome. And, you know, one day I probably will have them done. Like, you'll see it and it'll be like, okay, he already has the pops done. And this is another set that I would love to finish because I do love Jujutsu Kaisen. And I'm talking a lot about the pops, and I haven't even talked really about the movie. So, now with that being said, now that I've talked so much about these pops, which I'll continue talking about them kind of in between. Now it's time to tell you guys about so spoiler warning right here, because I do want to tell you guys spoiler warning. I talked a lot about the pops. I give you guys a little bit of leniency. Now spoilers. The movie was awesome. I loved Five Nights at Freddy's. And I am not actually a Five Nights at Freddy's, like, lore expert. I don't keep up with it. I don't read the books. I just kind of I played some games when I was younger. And that's really about it. I played some games, and that's as far as my extent went to the fan base. And for a guy that doesn't know much, I thought the movie was awesome. I definitely think there was... Okay, here, like, I'm going to give you some critiques, obviously. Like, there's not a lot of jump scares. Like, I'll just hold this there for a second. There's not a lot of jump scares. There's not very many, like... Well, how could you say this? Like, there's a couple jump scares. Like, again, I said spoiler warnings. If you haven't seen the movie, click off this video now. I don't want you guys to get spoiled. There's a couple jump scares by, like, Balloon Boy, and that's really it. I think Foxy a little bit, but it really wasn't anything that got me scared at all. Like, I never really jumped from, like, panic, because it was kind of predictable a little bit. And I will say that part is, like, okay, it's not the greatest on scares. So if you wanted a scary movie, you're not getting that. You're getting more of a story-driven movie adaptation, which, again, I still enjoyed it. Thought it was awesome. The plot twists are crazy. And all the different things they did in the movie were cool. I wish that Markiplier could have been in it. I know he wasn't. But instead you had Matt Pat as the waiter. And you also had Corey as the taxi driver, which was pretty cool to see other YouTubers in the movie, which kind of was expected. Not exactly. I mean, Corey was already confirmed like a long time ago in one of the trailers. Way long ago. And Matt Pat just kept saying he wasn't in the video or the movie. But now he's in it. And now he's talking about it. So... two really cool cameos, plus the background wall. There was a background wall full of cameos. And so, overall, I thought the movie was really good. I, obviously, as a guy, like I said, that doesn't come from the fan base, because I don't really keep up with lore or knowing what's happening with the story. I mean, it was cool. Like, I thought it was fun. Because I don't really know what's going on. Because I don't actually, like, keep up, again. I don't watch videos. I only played, like, a couple of the games. Now I'm playing the first game with my sister because she ended up buying it for her Switch, like the collection. It gives you them all. Not them all, but it gives you, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and sister location. So I'm going to start playing those because I actually want to get into the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise a little bit more deeper than I am because I thought that's how good the movie was. It got me wanting to jump into the franchise. I'd love to get some pops for the collection as you like for Five Nights at Freddy's. Because I think Five Nights at Freddy's is actually a really cool pop set. They're obviously a little pricey. Not the newer ones. And there's obviously ones that I'd skip, like the black lights. Like I told you guys, I hate black lights. I don't collect tie-dye pops because I think that they're just ugly. I don't know the reason that you'd want to get a pop and then just color a random color. Because yes, it is Spider-Man, but it's not. It's just random. It's not even the character itself. But... with that being said, that's really how I felt about the movie. Again, there's a couple cons, obviously. I'm not going to go in and say this was the perfect, like, best movie of the year, and there's nothing flawed, because there's obviously some flaws. But it's, like, minor stuff, like, could have probably been R-rated. I would think that would have really helped that out a little bit, showcasing those actual murders instead of it being, like, off-screen. Because they revealed all sorts of stuff, and it's like, okay, like, it'd be nice if it wasn't just a shadow, it was actually the thing happening, like, without going too deep into the story. I definitely think that was kind of a flaw, but other than that, the story itself was pretty good. Matthew Lillard was a great actor for the movie. He did really well. He really actually shows off. He made the Springtrap not feel as derpy as I thought it was going to be. And Springtrap is pretty cool. Actually, all the animatronics were pretty cool. People, I don't know what the reviews were talking about. Rotten Tomatoes and IGN were on something. I don't know what movie they were expecting to go into, because you got basically what you'd expect from a Five Nights at Freddy's film. They went through and just picked pieces of every game to add to the story, and then just slapped it in. And then that's exactly what they did. It was like they picked your character, they picked some storyline. They did change a couple things, obviously, and I'm not going to tell you what they changed besides just like characters, because I didn't know it at first. Like when I watched the movie, it was afterwards that when I watched it, people were like especially because my buddies watched it and they told me, because my buddies watched it and then my sister watched it and she told me all sorts of different things about it. Like, oh, well, this doesn't make sense because this character's somebody else's character or something like that. Again, I'm not too deep into the lore, so I can't really tell you guys like a lore-based thing, because I haven't kept up with the lore. Also, let me get to the other pop. There's one more pop I ended up picking up before I keep talking, because I'm just rambling at this point. And the last pop I ended up getting is going to be the comic book Donatello. It's a set that I actually... Okay, here's the story on this one real quick before we get into the movie. I thought, because I needed... Can you see... They're a little bit, like right there. I have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie set pops. And my dad called me and said that he thought he saw Donatello there, and I told him to pick it up because I thought that was the pop he was mentioning. Turns out it was this pop, so now I have a whole new set that I technically wasn't collecting, but I do appreciate him for grabbing. And I guess I'll have to collect them now because I have it here. So that's what you have to do. I do love Turtles a lot, so I'm obviously not going to skip on Turtles because I do love the Turtles a lot. And my only complaint with these pops is that all of them had red headbands. And I get that it's supposed to be comic book themed, but I would have liked like a separate color for each one, just to kind of give it a little more of their personality besides just their weapons. But either way, that's a pretty cool pop. You also should have seen the close-up for all of them. And yeah, so now this is where my final points are. The movie was really good. I will give it like an 8 out of 10. I think it was really actually good. I enjoyed it. Now for scary movie wise, I'd probably give it like a 4. If you were going off scary movie, like you wanted fear, no, you're not going to get fear. It's like a 4. But actually, the movie itself, I'd say an 8. It bumps up by 4. The story itself is actually really good. They keep you on the edge the entire time till the very end. And they actually pick up stuff from the games. There's also some Easter eggs about, like, there's actually a lot of Easter eggs, and I'm not the guy to watch that. If you want that, look up a reviewer or like a take by take of the entire movie. Because I'm just a review guy. I'm a pop guy and a review guy. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Because, again, now if this is a different movie, like maybe the Mario movie, I could have probably told you some Easter eggs. But, again, for the most part, I really don't know much about FNAF. Besides that, there's some games and there's some books. This is basically exactly all I have. And yeah, with that being said, now that you guys we're in a different spot actually, which is kind of weird. I hope if you guys do like this little area instead of having the regular the table background, let me know. And yeah, let's put these guys pops somewhere in the collection. I'm gonna make some space. We ended up placing is going to be Boruto, and I ended up putting him next to Sabito because I thought it actually kind of worked pretty well. Since I actually don't have very much space, and I'm gonna have to do I'm planning to do a video of us just removing pops and changing places. So if you guys would like to see that, that's another comment, but I do plan to do that. And let's show you guys where I put the rest of these guys. See, not a lot of space, so I had to put the turtle, I had to put Donatello there, and he's just chilling in the Spider-Man section. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to do a video updating these pops, because there's not a lot of space here. Shiguro barely squeezed in with Yuji and Gojo, like barely. So yeah, so now let's get to the question of the day, but yeah, we're definitely going to have to update figuring out where to put these guys. Just like that, we put all the pops up. I moved a couple, which I do plan on doing a whole separate video showcasing where I'm moving all the pops. Because I want to rearrange a little bit and change some spots up to make new room for people's sets. And I want to keep all the sets kind of together. Where right now, as you can see, they're not very well kept together because you have like Shang-Chi there. So yeah, so maybe I'll do that in a separate video. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do have a question of the day, which is what was your favorite Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic? And I'd love to see who people's favorites are. And I'll show you guys what mine is tomorrow. And you can even tell me what your favorite FNAF portion of the movie was. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a happy early Halloween, because that is tomorrow. And I'll have a fun Halloween video coming up Wednesday. So, it'll be a day late, but it'll be Wednesday. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys basically Wednesday. Peace.